weekly negative COVID tests. It's not too bad. Then they changed it. If 75% of their students were vaccinated, no one would have to wear a mask. Sounds great, right? On July 30th, the university updated their policy to all staff and students, regardless of in-person or online learning. They must get vaccinated. They said, and I quote, "Those who do not comply with this requirement by August 30th will be subject to appropriate campus disciplinary measures."
Fascism!
Exactly.
Communism.
The school has done their best to avoid informing us on what exactly they meant by this. However, in the fine print on their website, they say, and I quote, "Individuals in violation of this policy may be subject to administrative consequences, accountability actions, and/or disciplinary procedures, which may include separation from the University of Michigan." My friends, this public university will expel their students for choosing their right to not get a non-FDA approved emergency use authorized or EUA vaccine injected into their bodies. So much so for my body, my choice. But wait, it's okay. The university is allowing select exemptions. However, they did not tell us anything about how or what the process would be to apply for a religious or medical exemption until the 4th. And guess what? Exemption applications are due this Friday. They gave us less than 2 weeks to get our applications in. And not all of us will be accepted. Friday the 13th, talk about bad luck, huh?
It's not on accident.
They are giving students and staff less than 2 weeks to apply. And all within a month's notice of this whole policy update. This is all blatant manipulation done by the school to corner students into getting the vaccine, stripping us of our ability to consider alternative options or receiving medical, legal, or academic advice. Us students have worked way too hard to get to where we are now, to have the ability to just drop everything that we worked so hard to achieve, to start all over elsewhere. Some of us have families, kids, homes, scholarships, and now they're making us choose between giving up our rights or our progress towards our education and our future.
I'm sitting right there.
And that's why it is sick, twisted, and downright evil to its core that this mandate, no, this manipulation that the school has imposed on their students, and that is why we are here today.
Right behind me.
We are here to say no to this institution, that we will not just comply because they told us so.
That's right.
We will stand our grounds, make our voices be heard, and fight like hell to protect our God-given rights to choose our freedom over forced vaccination.
Garret Soldano, everybody, for governor.
I'd like to introduce our first speaker, Shad's uncle Garret, who is a chiropractor, small business owner, public speaker, and all-around concerned citizen working to stand up and speak out against the government's encroaching power. I'd like to introduce Garret Soldano.
Hi, Kelly.
I'm back.
Where to say that?
All right, here we go. Thank you so much for having me. Obviously, I'm very passionate about medical freedom. We all should have that choice. But I just want to let you all know right now, you never know what small act that you may do that may change the lives of millions tomorrow. So you look around right now, you might feel a little discouraged that this isn't packed. There should be tens of thousands of us right now. There should be, right? But don't let this discourage you, because if you would have came to me a year and a half ago and said, hey, Garret, you're going to be running for governor, you're going to be out there throughout the state, and you're going to be speaking against these tyrannical lockdowns and these unnecessary mandates and all these other issues that we face today, I would have laughed you out of the room. I never wanted to be involved with any level of politics, didn't want to do any of this until April 9th when this governor took away our constitutional freedoms, our sacred values and citizens' rights. And like most of you know, I went on Facebook and I started a group. And it was called Michiganders Against Excessive Quarantine, which grew to 400,000 people in a little over 3.5 weeks before Facebook took us down. So we started this movement, and there's a lot of engagement, there's a lot of passion. But that's one thing that this movement taught me that we're all engaged with is that power of one can lead to the power of many. Don't you ever think that this, when you stand up, when you speak out, that it doesn't make a difference. It just takes one small act, folks. And that's one thing I want you to know, and that you can wear as a badge of honor on your heart and sleeve, that you can make a difference when you make a decision. Because that decision is really when your true destiny is shaped. Because 5 years from now, you're going to be looking back on this day. And will you be pleased or perturbed? Delighted or disturbed? The most powerful way to shape our lives is to get ourselves to take action. Now, I congratulate every single one of you here today. You took some type of action to bring your butts in front of me today. A lot of people decided not to take this action. Different actions produce different results. Why? Because every action is a cause set in motion. And this effect will build on past effects to move you into a definite direction. That's called your destiny. You never know what this will do to you and others as you preach this, because what they're doing right now is unconstitutional. This is America. We have the freedom to choose, especially you can cheer on that, especially when they're not telling us the truth, because as Americans, we just want the truth. You give us the truth, we will figure it out as the people. And everybody, this is brainwashing 101. They have conditioned our society to fear a virus, which we now know that we have over a 99% chance of surviving if infected. The CDC just renounced a couple of days ago that the people who are vaccinated, they have a 99.99% chance of surviving if they're vaccinated, which tells everybody, holy cow, the vaccines work, don't they? However, the other stat for the unvaccinated is we have a 99.98% chance of surviving if infected. So you're telling me that you're going to mandate a medical procedure for a 0.01% chance of surviving? It's garbage.
Already had it.
As a healthcare professional, I have a duty with my patients. Before I do an adjustment, before I do a procedure on my patient, I sit that patient down and I tell them, here's the positives of doing this procedure. Here's the negatives of not doing this procedure. And hey, look, here's the potential side effects of doing this procedure. They are not giving us the truth. That's what we want. If you give us the truth, then we will handle it. So don't you ever think that you can't make this difference, because you being here today, you standing in front of me, this is going to allow you to have the courage to continue to spread this message. And if it's not for all of you, we wouldn't have any traction, not only in our race, but as a society, because we are one election cycle away from losing this republic. And if you don't continue to stand up now, and you don't stand up against this hot garbage that they're doing against all of us right now, then we may not have nothing to stand up for in the future. It's about the people, because the solutions always have to come from who? We the people. And that's what it continues from this day forward. It must continue to be like that, folks. So continue to stand up, continue to fight, because our cause is just. God bless you, God bless the state of Michigan, and God bless these United States. Thanks for having me.